All right, Stu, how much of the Baylor game did you watch?
I watched a little bit at the end. I saw some at the end, and then the point guard just take it to the body and force OT. That was pretty.
So the truth is, what you went to go turn on ESPN to watch the Michigan game, and the Baylor game ran over. So you ended up watching that.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, I was making chili before that. Okay, I was prepping chili. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, talk me through it. What do you got? How do you make your chili?
Oh, we had a beef chili with red kidney beans, and then the key is a nice combo of Worcestershire sauce, white vinegar, and Corona.
Corona. You know what I do? I like the beer is a good call. I do the beer as well, but then I take a packet of taco seasoning and I put the taco seasoning in the chili, stir that all up. It gives it a little bit of kick, a little bit of flavor, makes it a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, I did my own little taco seasoning. I had my own little fair share of seasonings, but yeah, I like the taco seasoning kick. That's good.
See, my big problem when it comes to chili is that my wife doesn't eat red meat, so I got to make like turkey chili, and like when it's turkey or
make a bean chili. What's the point?
Yeah, it's just not. It's nowhere near the same. So it's very, got to make some sacrifices when you get married, Stu. It's rough. I can't have beef in my chili.
You can make your own separate chili, I guess. 2 pots.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
All right, Baylor, West Virginia, Goodman, huge win. Did you see this one coming? Probably, I think it's fair to say, best game of the college basketball season to date, most entertaining.
Most entertaining. I'm not sure it was like the best in terms of well played, but it was definitely the most entertaining, and especially when you had Baylor. Just kind of the storyline of them coming back, struggling against Iowa State, losing to Kansas, and if they had lost this one tonight, and it looked like they were in major trouble, who knows what could have happened to their psyche? And Stu, you could talk to that a little bit. Like, you talk about a team that just got it going, that has this long pause. They're out for 3 weeks. They come back. They practice twice. Now, 8 guys. This is something that I've reported here. 8 players on Baylor got COVID in this last run.
That's a lot.
So 8 guys. So you have the break. You have this 19-day break where they didn't practice. Plus 8 guys are coming back from COVID, and everybody reacts differently.
Yeah.
So, like, Kansas fans are killing me when I say, like, that is not Baylor. The other night, they were like 5 days removed from coming back. Now, they're still not Baylor tonight. Like, I still didn't think they were like the Baylor team that we have seen, but they are getting closer and closer, and they needed this win for their psyche as much as anything else.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's momentum both ways. It happens to everybody. Everyone is susceptible to it, especially 18 to 22-year-old kids, where it's like, you get on that stage, you get to the top, and especially when you reach success, where you're like, all right, we got to the top, and then how do you maintain that success? Like, that's what makes teams special, and that is why, that's why Gonzaga gets #1 seeds and then they lose. Like, it is not easy. It is not easy to maintain success. So it is good that they got this win. On the COVID point, like, I've heard a lot of players where, everything seems normal, and it's like legs are dead for a month, and what are they going to do? Complain? Like, they're taught not to complain, just to keep going. So it could affect them for a long time, especially 8 guys. Like, there's got to be at least 1 or 2 that are going to have lingering effects some way or another. So it's going to be
just energy, and again, you're losing your time and you're not able to practice, and you're coming back. So it's the combo.
The other part of it is that when you're trapped in like a dorm room or a hotel room and you got to quarantine, you got to do whatever, like, if you're feeling well and you're at least healthy, then you could do things like just do 500 burpees, and at least then you're going to like keep some kind of like fitness, some kind of win, and some kind of leg strength. If you have COVID and you're just knocked out for even if it's like 3 or 4 days, that could really change the way that like your health. And you've played a higher level of sports than either of us. Like, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anything helps. Again, they are like 18 to 20-year-old kids. So like my warm up back then was just, the first game of open gym. And now it's like, hold on guys, 20 minutes of all this routine. And so it's obviously very different for them. But like the thing with COVID is like, you maybe not even get sick and you feel fine. And like you work out and then it hits you where you're like, your legs are dead, your lungs are dead. So it's a strange thing to maneuver where we're probably not even going to get the truth about how those guys feel.
Yeah. Goodman, the one thing I would have pushed back on you on, though, is that you said that you don't think this was the real Baylor. I thought it was.
I still don't.
Look,
Yeah.
West
I still
Virginia,
don't think they're all the way back.
They might not be all the way back, but that was the Baylor right there. That was them digging deep and making the plays at the end of the game that they needed to make.
Yeah.
West Virginia has a lot of dudes that can score. West Virginia is very difficult to match up with the four guys that have shooting. They had Sean McNeil going. They had Miles McBride going. They had Taj Sherman going, right? When those three guys are going, like, they are very tough to guard, especially when they got the big fella inside that's eating everybody up. So the fact that they were on the road against a team like this in overtime, coming back down the stretch, to me, just like that tells you everything you need to know about this group. Maybe they're not back to 100% yet, but that's what you need.
Like Everyday John isn't back. He's not back. He's not playing the minutes. He was the last one to come back, right? So, like, he's definitely not back. I thought Matthew Myers saved him tonight to some degree. I mean, some of the moves he made. I mean, listen, I tweeted, like, his upside is ridiculous. It is. It's now the hair's got to go. Like, he's got to get rid of that mop top or whatever it is. But it's bad, Stu.
No, it's great.
You jealous?
I love every part of it. Oh yeah, it's like buzz on the side a little bit. Like it's perfectly manicured.
He really does look like a guy that should be sitting in front of deer antlers when he's on a live stream talking about that.
He definitely does. He's probably got like 7 on his wall.
Yeah, he's so funny, man. Like I talked to him last week for a while, and the big thing of him is like he'll lose his phone a million times. Like he's like the most like immature in a different way, right? Like his car's a disaster. Like my 17-year-old daughter, like the same thing.
Did you hear his story about how he put on the weight this summer?
Told me.
He ate fast food 3 times a day. They said he wanted to put on 25 pounds, so he ate like Whataburger 3 times a day. And he came back to campus, and his body fat percentage was like 18%. And so he put on the weight, but then he had to turn all the weight into muscle. He said it was pretty awful trying to get like himself not looking like a fat slob. But I'll tell you what, someone with that hair, I'm not surprised that the way they put on weight was to eat fast food 3 times a day.